Rosh Hashanah. One can talk about Rosh Hashanah forever. It's totally enduring. The gematria of Rosh Hashanah is Rosh, 501, and Hashanah, 360, giving 861. This is the same as the Rosh Tivo of Aleph, Samech, final Pei, which is the Rosh Tivo of Ein Sof. Rosh Hashanah is Ein Sof. It's the expression of Ein Sof. Rosh Hashanah is and the 10 days are the completion of the Keta of Etziliut. The big thing is, why are there 2 days of Rosh Hashanah? Rosh Hashanah, those are the 2 heads of Arik. We are basically completing Arik, Anpin. The 2 heads of Arik are Keta and then Chochmah of Arik. Rosh Hashanah is considered one long day. These 2 heads are the 2nd and 3rd heads of Radla itself. Everything is dual. The 2 days come together as one. And then we'll show you on the 10th day the Malchus of Eric Ampen comes up to be the Keta in Atik Yomin. And as the 3rd head, the true Radla, the head that is not a head, the head that can never be known, which is the Malchus. That's why it's also permissible, or not permissible, but that one must eat and drink on the 9th of Tishri, which is the Yesod of Tishri, the Yesod of Eric Ampin. And it's counted for fasting of the 10th, because that 10th comes and becomes a Keter Malchus, which is a square, which is a final mem, which is a 600, which is the sound of the shofar. Shin Vav as 306 plus 14 for the yad that holds the shofar is 320 plus Pei Resh 280, the lesser din. The 320 is the higher din of the first day. The second din is the 280 of the second day. Together they become 360. 600. 600 is final mem's number, which is a square. That square goes on to the top as the 2nd hat over the yarmulke, which is round. This square representing the 13 attributes of mercy, the sound of which is the shofar, the waking up from sleep of Shenei, or the root Shin Nun Hey, which is the root of the number 2, Shinei, Shinayim. The whole thing there relates. The gematria of Shinei, 360, Rosh Shinei, 2 heads. In the Zohar, it says the tree of life. Let me just show I have that. The Zohar, the tree of life is the secret of Hey, 5, 5, the 2 tablets, 2 stones of Torah, of the giving of the Torah, with 5 commandments on each stone. Hey, on the 10th of Tishri. Two days of 2 chances of everything. Adam 1 and Adam 2. The 2 types of teshuvah in the animal soul and the godly soul. First tshuva is in the animal soul, and then shuva on shuva. Shabbat, Shabbaton, Yom Kippur. The Rosh Hashanah's 2 days as 1 day, 1 Erech Aruch. They call it a Yom Aruch, a long day, just like Erech Ampen. The completion of the highest levels, there is no doubt that Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur as its final thing. And the Nila service as the 5th service, the only day with 5 services, as this 5th level of the Yehidah, all returning of the Hey, Teshuvah, Hey, Tefillah, Hey. All these Hey, returning of the Hey, the soul, the person. Rosh Hashanah is the 6th day of creation and the 7th day of creation. These 2 days as one in what aspect? Because man was created on the 6th day of creation, and then the second level of man, Adam 2, was created on the 7th day of creation. And how the world was created on the 25th of the universe, or whatever, it was on the 25th of Tishri. But Rosh Hashanah is when man was created. Man with the ability to Shana, change at all times. Rosh Hashanah is when man was created. And man has 2 levels. First, the Elohim name of 5 letters, which are the 5 finals, the Din aspect, and then on the 7th day, the Adonai Elohim name. The Adonai name creates the spiritual aspect that comes into the physical aspect. Same thing on Nila service, Adonai Hu Ha-Elohim. Adonai Hu Ha-Elohim. So the point is that man is the point of creation, because man is the only thing or person or whatever that has the ability to change. An animal doesn't. He has an animal nature that's in a rut. But man has the ability to change, and that's the whole idea of Rosh Hashanah. He has the ability to wake up, Shenei, from sleep by the sound of the shofar. The primal sound in the animal soul that's connected to the godly soul, this shofar sound. Because the animal soul in its highest aspects can be deeper, higher because it's a container of the spiritual soul that comes out of the breath from the yad. It comes out of the breath of the man. Instead of speech from the animal soul, it comes out of the breath, and it's the godly soul that's the sound of the shofar, the cry of the pain in the individual trapped. This is the deep aspects. This is how we approach Ein Sof. Ein Sof, related to the world, is the 10 days of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And this aspect that is felt is in the hay, the two hays, the tree of life of Rosh Hashanah, because every day one has teshuvah, one can change every day. Every day is a Rosh Hashanah. I was asked by someone this morning, how come Jewish people seem to have Rosh Hashanah all the time? I mean, not Rosh Hashanah, New Year's every time. And I thought, my God, that's correct. On the surface, there are 4 Rosh Hashanim, the New Year of trees, the New Year on Tu B'Shvat, the New Year of Kings, on 1st of Elul, the New Year of months, on the 1st of Nisan, and the New Year of years on Tishrei. And these New Years, these are also, how about every month as a Yom Kippur Katan on Rosh Chodesh? We're always new, we're always restarting. We restart like the moon, and every day the visible moon. And we're always restarting. And we have 2 chances to start. Not only with the first shuvah of the animal soul, then we take this first shuvah as if it's nothing into the godly soul. There's always 2 chances, and that's the hay and the hay, and that's the tree of life. Different than the tree of death, which is sleep, is 1/60th, Shanei is 1/60th of death. That's sleep, which is woken up by the sound of the shofar, the alarm clock inside your brain, which in the deepest sense can be a silent scream that you can do at any time when nobody's there, to wake yourself up. This is Rosh Hashanah. It's a perpetual circle that only man can rise to the occasion of and change, wake up from sleep, wake up from all limitations. You always have a second chance. Look at everything in Judaism. Pesach and Pesach Sheni. Purim and Purim Katan on the extra months. There's always a second. Everything. Sometimes 2 days of Rosh Chodesh. See? There are 2 yads, right hand and left hand. 2 of everything. Parallelisms. 2 days were signified in the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. And later on now, I'm going to explicate Yom HaKippurim, the Ha of Yom HaKippurim. And enough of this musing on Rosh Hashanah. I'll do more.